I think the coolest part of the whole thing was the community component of it,
Mm.
like the way that people showed up for me all over the world, especially in Tangier, Morocco, and Muscat, Oman. I had total strangers show up, pick me up from the airport, guide me on the bike route, bring me snacks, like help coordinate the bike stuff. So, yeah, I mean, what I learned from it is just that, like, when you go out there and you do something cool, people are like, even if they don't know you, they'll show up and they want to get involved. So,
When someone hears your story, right, and they're not coming, let's say, from a athletic background, right? And it's maybe not something that someone aspires to do, but really can take something from the way in which perhaps you set objectives and goals and planning and all of that. How would you kind of help someone translate some of that so they could engage with a community at that level?
I mean, well, for one thing, I'd say I'm not like a professional athlete. I'm not super competitive. There was a
Yeah.
point I remember where I couldn't even run a mile straight. It was just a gradual thing. And there's actually a lot of parallels between sport and business. I'm sure you've seen this too, in that, it's incremental. You set goals, you go for it. And once you hit these milestones, you're like, oh my gosh, it kind of rewires the way that you think about yourself and the things
Yeah.
that you're capable of. I know I've seen that in business too, where it's like, oh, weird. I never thought I'd be a business owner. And then, you do the small steps and all of a sudden you're there. And, it's a cool thing to see. Same thing in sport.
Yeah, and I thank you. I love that you said, I didn't start out like being this incredible athlete and then all of a sudden do this. It's very incremental in some things, and there's a lot of brain rewiring that has to happen. I mean, I run and I find myself while running saying how much I hate what I'm doing, but you kind of fight your brain to say, but you can do this.
Right. Yeah. And then once you get past that, it's really incredible. You find the runner's high. Right.
Yeah, yeah, and so for you, how long would you say it took to kinda get to that, "I'm gonna push through. I know that if I keep going, I and push through, it'll happen."
Well, there were a lot of small moments. I remember in college, I took a jogging class. That's when I could not run more than a mile. I took a jogging class and suddenly I ran a mile and then I ran 3 miles and then I ran 7 miles and then I did a half marathon and then I did a full marathon and got into triathlon. Like it was just over time I would hit these milestones and 15 years later, I'm like, oh wow, okay, I'm doing 6 triathlons all over the globe. That's weird. That's crazy. How did that happen?
But if you had first day of that jogging class, if it was like, I'm committing to running, to doing 6 triathlons, I'm sure you would have dropped that class